pros, and professional chefs. This is where friendships are forged, fire and flavor come together, and new techniques are perfected. Here in Big Green Egg Country, cooking is still treated as an art form. And since the most versatile grill you'll ever own comes with a lifetime warranty, you'll always have the ultimate cooking experience.
Visit the experts at Paul Reed Construction, your authorized Big Green Egg dealer.
Chris Cottrell back with you here on the Platte Valley Company's pregame show. Still a few minutes away from opening tip. Boys action only tonight here from Scottsbluff, with Scottsbluff entertaining Abraham Lincoln High out of Denver. Let's catch up with Scottsbluff boys coach Scott Golian in the zone with the head coach. Our pregame visit brought to you by The Zone at Scottsbluff Screen Printing. Shane Wilson and his staff always do a great job seeing for all your upcoming spring sports needs. So, Coach, before we get to tonight's big matchup, let's go back to Saturday and tied 31-31 at halftime, and you wind up a 20-point loss column type performance. I guess, forget Saturday and forget, just some of the things that have been going on. What was the message to the team this week about what they have to do to turn the corner and play up to their potential?
Basically we had them set some goals for themselves for the rest of the season. It was their own. Coaches weren't involved in it, and what they thought made a great team. And they came up with some ideas, and we're going to work towards them and keep reminding them of what they believe, and makes a great team, and how we can come together as a team. I think if we come together as a team more and play together as a team more, we can be really, really good. I think we have a chance to win most of the games that are left on our schedule. And really, we're not in a bad place. I think our guys are excited to come to practice still. They come in and they work pretty hard, or they work hard. They still believe in what we're doing and what they are capable of doing moving forward in the season. So we just have to play 4 quarters. I don't think we've played 4 quarters yet. We played 2 good halves last week, and now we got to make sure that the second half is as good as the first.
So you got the brand new team goals. Everybody going to be working to get to some of those end results. But as a head coach, I know one thing you're really trying to get figured out is rebounding the basketball. You said you allowed 16 offensive rebounds to Central on Saturday. What do you think? And it feels like your team should be built to rebound the basketball, a little tougher maybe than in years past as far as just being big and strong and things like that. So what's it take for this team to maybe become the rebounding team they should and could be?
Well, I think, we turn our heads and we run to the basket too much. And at that point, it becomes just an athletic ability thing. We've played against teams that are just as athletic or more athletic, and just running to the rim's not going to work. And we got to get 5 guys rebounding the ball. I think we got a couple that go rebound every time. Then we got to get everybody. We got to get 5 guys that are putting a body on somebody and going and getting the ball. And rebounding's an effort and focus thing.
In the building tonight, a team out of Denver, Abraham Lincoln, first time on the schedule, new addition this year. I texted you early in the week to ask your opinion on him. You said similar to Cheyenne East, maybe a little bit more athletic, maybe not an individual player quite like Eric Oliver. You've had a chance to study some film. I know they're a battle-tested team. They played 4 games out in Las Vegas. They've had a busy week. What can you tell us about this Lancers bunch in the building tonight?
They're talented. They're really athletic. They're big. I mean, probably 6'3" across the board. And they do have a really good player. He's not quite as maybe perimeter oriented as Oliver, but they have a kid that's averaging 18 a game. 3 others that are in double figures. It looks like they have fun playing together. They get after it defensively, and they get out in transition really, really well. That's similar to what our goals were against Cheyenne East. Keep them on the perimeter, keep them out of transition, make sure we rebound the ball. if we can do those things, we have a good chance.
Connor had a great start last weekend, 5 first-half threes, kind of quieted down a little bit in the second half. Josiah wound up scoreless on Saturday. You got to have both those guys doing what they do their best for 4 quarters, because those guys offensively kind of have to carry this team.
Yeah, obviously it wasn't one of Josiah's better games, but I know he's going to bounce back. He's a resilient kid, and he'll get going and he'll come out focused. More than just having those 2 guys, we need everybody to step up. We need everybody on the team that's playing to step up and do something for the team. It doesn't have to necessarily be scoring, but maybe setting somebody else up with screening harder, making the extra pass, just knocking in those open shots that we got. I thought we got open shots against Cheyenne Central. They're guys that I'm fine with shooting the ball, and we have to knock those in and take a little pressure off of Josiah and Connor. Right now, teams are just really trying to take those 2 guys away, and if we can get some other guys going, then that takes a little bit of pressure off of them, and just adds to our potency on offense.
And we'll get you out of here on this one, wrapping up with Scott Gullion. Tonight's Key to the Game brought to you by Team Auto Center, home of the lifetime warranty on every new vehicle from Team Auto. So, Coach, new opponent, fresh look at a brand-new squad. What's it going to take to get in the win column and start to feel like maybe this thing's heading in the right direction tonight?
Our goal is to play 4 full quarters. We can do that. We have a good chance, but it's going to take a great effort on the defensive end, keeping them on the perimeter, and rebounding the basketball. If we can do that, I think we got a really good chance, and then just getting some guys some open, clean looks. And it's going to take a tremendous effort. We got a really good basketball team coming in to play us, and if we can stick to some details and make sure we're focused on the defensive end, I think we got a good chance.
Key to the Game brought to you by Team Auto. Coach Gullion, appreciate the time as always. Best of luck tonight.
Thanks, Chris.
We'll come back with more right after this on KNEB.
Compliments for you and your home has got the latest decor. Come in today and see what you can create. Start with great home decor from Uttermost, lamps, chairs, and vases for any taste. Need a little light for a more intimate feeling? Flameware is a recharging LED light that simulates candle flames. Rootworks bowls are hand-carved, one-of-a-kind wooden bowls you can't find anywhere else. Finally, for a little accent, try these leather and Western-style pillows from High End. Compliments for you and your home, downtown Scottsbluff.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
Abraham Lincoln High School out of Denver, Colorado. Abe Lincoln comes in 9-5. Scottsbluff with a record of 5-7. Abe Lincoln has played a 4-game stretch out right before the holidays at the Tarkanian Classic, a 4-day tournament in Las Vegas, Nevada. They just played earlier this week George Washington High School. That's the alma mater of WNCC's Gervais Green. Paco Cruz also played at WNCC. He played his high school basketball at Abe Lincoln. Alpha Diallo, a current Providence guard, one of their better players in the Big East, is from Abe Lincoln High in Denver. So they've had quite a bit of talent through the years and quite a bit of talent on this year's team as well. We'll get starting lineups on the way here in just a moment. And opening tip just a few minutes out. We'll come back with the introduction of starting lineups when we come back right after this on KNEB.
Across the state, every eye and ear is focused on one stadium where the sea of red is man-made. A place where every Saturday is a stage for our team, for our resolve, and for our values.
It's toughness, it's dedication, it's work ethic. That's what Nebraska is.
This is Husker Nation.
With the new year comes resolutions. Complete your resolution to replace your windows by calling Renewal by Andersen. And right now is your last chance to buy 2019 windows at 2018 prices. Plus, pay nothing until 2020. That's right. You will get 20% off every window and door, plus no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months. And free window diagnosis, free in-home estimate, and free removal and disposal of your old windows. Hurry. This offer ends February 15th. Call 472-2199 to take advantage of this offer before the 2018 prices are gone.
Opportunity in front of the Scottsbluff boys basketball team here tonight at home as they get set to take on Abe Lincoln High School out of Denver, Colorado. Abe Lincoln 9-5. Big winner last night, 84-26 over Denver West. They won in double overtime Tuesday night against George Washington. Time for the introduction of starting lineups brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me. Learn more at wncc.edu. Tajani Bamba, 6'5 junior, averages 13 points a game. Also a starter, Quahim Brown, a 6'4 junior, 11 points and 2 rebounds per game. 5'10 senior guard, Josh Perez, up off the bench. Next up, their leading scorer, that's 6'7 senior James Felton. He averages 18 points and 7 rebounds. And rounding out their starting five will be 6'1 junior guard, averaging 13 points and 3 rebounds. That's Ty Foster. Now your WNCC starting lineups for the Scottsbluff High Bearcats under the direction of head coach Scott Golian. Last played on Saturday of last weekend, got beat by 20 at Cheyenne Central. Night before, a week ago tonight, they lost here at home by 11 to Cheyenne East. Up off the bench first is Sebastian Harsh. Did not start on Saturday, gets the start today, 4 points and 5 rebounds a game. Josiah Diolas, a 6-foot junior, went scoreless against Central Saturday, so you know he'll be looking for a bounce-back performance. Connor McCracken scored 21 at Central, including 5 first half threes. He averages 15. Jack Darnell, a 6'1 junior, and rounding out the starting five tonight for Scottsbluff is 6'6 junior Sam Clarkson. Again, introduction of starting lineups brought to you by WNCC. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me. Learn more at WNCC.edu. Moments away now from opening tip. As always, our opening tip-off here for high school basketball brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza at 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff, where it's always love at 425 degrees. And don't forget to register for the Papa Murphy's text club for a sweet deal waiting on you there. Diolas, Harsh, Darnell, McCracken, Clarkson, Perez, Bamba, Foster, Felton, and Brown, the starting five for Abe Lincoln. In the road, Navy Blues for Abe Lincoln, Scottsbluff in the home whites. Glad to have you along here. KNEB.TV, Allo 15, Mobius 1500, and radio coverage on 101.7 The Trail and KNEB.com. Opening tip controlled by Abe Lincoln, and they're going to turn it over on their first possession of the game down along the baseline as Tajani Bamba throws the ball away. He was getting dangerously close to stepping along the baseline out of bounds and got rid of the basketball, and they turn it over. Bearcats, opening shot of the night, a contested baseline long jump shot, rebounded by Abe Lincoln. They almost turn it over for a second straight time. They will reset. And handling out front, Foster. Now in the corner, Perez shoots a three and knocks that one down. Josh Perez cans a right corner tray and an early 3-0 lead for Abe Lincoln, the Lancers. On the wing right side, Jack Darnell beats Connor McCracken. Finds the hot hand. Early 3-ball for Connor. Had 5 of those, as mentioned, in that first half on Saturday up at Cheyenne Central. Scottsbluff zone look here defensively. See if they can force Abe Lincoln to shoot the basketball from outside. They get another three. This one from Perez, opposite corner, and that one will not drop. Rebounded by Scottsbluff. Along the baseline now, Darnell cut off. Up top, Clarkson passes on an open three. McCracken will not pass it up. Buries one from outside, and Scottsbluff leads 6-3 here in the early going. Minute and 28 seconds gone by. Abe Lincoln basketball. Scottsbluff stays 2-3 zone. Up top with it is Quahim Brown, 6'4 junior. Now Foster, Perez. Bamba, skip pass, and a deep three is on the way. Would not go, and a long rebound comes off to Sam Clarkson on the missed shot from that left wing from Quahim Brown. On the dribble penetration, we're going to get a whistle and a reach-in foul called against Abe Lincoln. That goes on Ty Foster. That'll be his first. First foul of the game on either of these clubs. Early 6-3 lead for Scottsbluff. They have the basketball in the half court. Quick crossover dribble, and we're going to get another foul on Brown. That's two quick ones, or check that, two quick ones on Ty Foster. And they are down. Joseph Romero, a 6'3 senior reserver, averages 2.5 points. He's a little bit banged up tonight, not expected to play. Ricardo Torres checks in, a 6'3 senior averaging 2.5 points per game. Would not be shocked if Abe Lincoln takes a while to get going. Played last night, long trip today. Played double overtime on Tuesday against a rival in George Washington. They are man defense and in the face on the perimeter on the defensive end of the floor. Free throw line jumper for Harsh, knocks that one in. Sebastian Harsh makes it 8-3 Scottsbluff here in the early going. A little over 2 minutes and 20 seconds gone by. Their leading scorer for Abe Lincoln now has the basketball for the first time. That is James Felton. He's running the baseline. Josh Perez, crossover dribble, and that ball kicked away out of bounds. It'll stay with Abe Lincoln. Lancers ball, they'll inbound along their own baseline. They will lob it in to Johnny Bamba. Perez, now they get it down low. Felton, outside, jumper on the way. That one falls for Quahim Brown. And a quick timeout taken by Abe Lincoln head coach Dre Calloway. It'll be a 30-second timeout as Brown knocks in the tray. Opening quarter action tonight, KNEB.TV and 101.7 The Trail. It is an 8-6 lead for Scottsbluff. Couple of threes from Connor McCracken. Sebastian Harsh moments ago with a free throw line jump shot. And 2 3 balls, the scoring for Abe Lincoln so far tonight. One from Brown, one from Perez. Foster averages 13, Bamba 13. Felton, their leading scorer, at 18. And Quahim Brown averages 11. Those are their 4 double-digit scorers, and they're going to do most of the work on the offensive end. They average, as a team, 65 points per game. Scottsbluff basketball out of the timeout. Deolis was scoreless Saturday at Cheyenne Central. They feed right side. There's a 3-ball on the way, and Sebastian Harsh knocks one in. Already 3 threes in the early going for Scottsbluff. Just like that, back to a 5-point lead, 11-6. Brown gets it inside, reach-in foul, late whistle, it goes on Jack Darnell. First foul on Darnell, first team foul called against Scottsbluff. Perez will inbound along the baseline. Now they will lob the basketball in, going up for it, and coming up with a steal is Deolis. McCracken attacks the rim, some contact, shot wouldn't go. Whistle and a foul. 2 early turnovers committed by Abe Lincoln. This foul goes against Quahim Brown. That'll be his first, 3rd team foul. And Connor McCracken to the foul line where he's an 85% free throw shooter on the season. Good start tonight for Scottsbluff, and that was going to be a key, no doubt. Coming off a down weekend, build some confidence against a very athletic club here from Denver and Abe Lincoln. McCracken, fast start himself. He's got 8, lead at 7, 13-6. Perez. Now outside Brown. They'll feed it near the left wing with the basketball there. Ricardo Torres. Kwaheem Brown looking for his second tray. Ball is off the mark. Ball hits the ground. Loose ball picked up by Abe Lincoln, attacking the rim, and able to score it is Josh Perez. He's got 5 of their 8. Diola spin move into the paint. High arcing runner gets that to drop, and Scottsbluff shooting a high percentage here in the early going. They lead 15-8 in the opening quarter. Along the baseline, Felton spins, got himself open. Too strong. Ball batted around, comes off the iron. Multiple players battling for that rebound, and it's McCracken clearing the defensive boards for Scottsbluff. And a carry is the call against Josiah Diolas. A turnover, first of the night, whistled against Scottsbluff. Jaquale Veazey, a 5'8" senior point guard, checks in for the first time. He will set up shop on the right wing. He'll stick with Perez handling the basketball. Abe Lincoln trying to get this zone figured out. Operating now into the paint. Jump stop. Got it high off the heel of the iron, and that one drops in for Tajani Bamba, a 6'5" junior. And Scottsbluff's lead cut to 5 at 15-10. Right side on the catch, Harsh. Harsh being defended by Perez. Outside, and Connor McCracken really feeling it here in the early going. That's 3 early threes for Connor. The team's got 4, and they lead by 8 at 18-10. Off to a great start here in this first quarter. 2-3 zone look defensively. On the wing, they get it middle. Felton, again, can't knock down the mid-range jumper just outside the right elbow. Oh, and Felton reaches in, gets a steal, and we could have some acrobatics right now. He goes for a high-flying jam, a two-hand flush for James Felton, his first bucket of the night. It's 18-12. Scottsbluff with the ball and a 6-point lead. On the wing, right side. Now near the corner, Darnell. They bounce pass down low to Clarkson. A reverse layup with the right hand for Big Sam Clarkson, the 6'6" junior. And Scottsbluff is finding the holes with this Abe Lincoln defense. 20-12, Scottsbluff here in the opening quarter with the lead. Jaquale Veazey now out high. Kwaheem Brown in the corner with a basketball is Bamba. Back to Veazey. Scottsbluff 2-3 look defensively. Bamba from way outside. Nobody boxing out underneath, and the smallest guy on their club, Jaquale Veazey, or at least on the floor, 5'8" senior there for an O-board stick back, lead 20-14. Patiently on the dribble. Diolas gives it to McCracken, who has got the hot hand in the early going. Diolas now Harsh. They'll run McCracken off the screen. Down low, in the paint, losing the basketball. A second turnover for the Cats. Up the floor, Veazey on the wing. Now up top, Bamba shoots a one-handed pass to Kwaheem Brown, and Brown knocks it in. Brown from downtown. And Abe Lincoln within 3. It's 20-17 with 90 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Diolas spin move into the middle, had his shot blocked. Wide open look from the outside. Connor McCracken is on fire here early. 4 first quarter threes. And at some point, Abe Lincoln's going to have to make the adjustment and get a hand in Connor's face, because he is knocking him dead here in the early going. He has 14 points in the opening quarter. Kwaheem Brown from way outside. 10-foot volleyball line on that one. His third 3 of the quarter. Back to a 3-point lead for the Cats, 23-20. It could be in store for a lot of points tonight. Turnover for one team and turnover for the other. Back-to-back quick turnovers results in the Sam Clarkson layup with the right hand. 5-point lead, 40 seconds to play. Perez. They shoot a pass to the middle. Perez shoots over top, off the heel of the iron, and rebounding McCracken. 28 seconds to play. Scottsbluff looks like they will play for the final shot of the opening quarter. Across the timeline, slow on the dribble is Diolas. Right side, Darnell. They run McCracken to the basketball. See what they do with Connor. Josiah Diolis into the paint. Right-hand scoop layup off the square. 5 seconds to play here in the quarter. Diolis got the bucket. Bamba, pull up long, deuce, knocks it in as the buzzer sounds. So Diolis has 4 after that last bucket for Scottsbluff. And then Bamba knocks in a jumper as time expires here in the opening quarter. A very entertaining first quarter. Both teams pacing for 80 plus. It's 27-22 Scottsbluff on the West Coast scoreboard.
Compliments for you and your home has got the latest decor. Come in today and see what you can create. Start with great home decor from Uttermost. Lamps, chairs, and vases for any taste. Need a little light for a more intimate feeling? Flameware is a recharging LED light that simulates candle flames. Rootworks bowls are hand-carved, one-of-a-kind wooden bowls you can't find anywhere else. Finally, for a little accent, try these leather and Western-style pillows from High End. Compliments for you and your home, downtown Scottsbluff.
.7 the trail. Scottsbluff leading Abraham Lincoln 27-22 as we start the second quarter. Scottsbluff with the basketball. Connor McCracken had 14 points in the first quarter, including 4 made three-point field goals. Diolis on some dribble penetration. Whistle comes and a foul going to go against Quaheen Brown. A little bit of foul trouble for Abe Lincoln already, as Ty Foster and Quaheen Brown each have 2 fouls apiece. Diolis out the foul line. He had 6 in the opening quarter. 14 for McCracken, 5 for Harsh. And Clarkson, check that, Josiah had 4. Sam had 4 points as well. As Josiah able to knock down the first of 2. Leads at 6, 28-22. Diolis, a 78% foul shooter. Got them both. He's got 6 points early in the second quarter. Abe Lincoln into the front court to Johnny Bamba. They've also got into the game for the first time Fabio Rodriguez, a 6'3 junior. Bamba comes to a jump stop, dumps it off underneath, missing the shot on the first attempt. A second, a third on a tip. The ball goes out of bounds. They'll say touch last by Scottsbluff. It'll stay with Abraham Lincoln, 29-22. Perez will inbound. They'll fire a pass to the corner to Rodriguez. Up top to Jaquale Veazey. Veazey, a 5'8 senior guard. To Johnny Bamba, another lengthy jump stop. Rodriguez. And shooting high, and a late whistle, and the foul goes on Chance Parker. Heading to the free throw line will be Josh Perez, the 5'10 senior. Got the start here tonight. Had a nice opening quarter with 5 points, a 3-ball, and a deuce. And he looks for a pair now at the stripe. And calmly knocks in the first. .14 to play. Perez misses the second. Ball comes off, eventually grabbed by Diolis. 50 seconds gone by in the second quarter. First half action here at Scottsbluff High School. Connor McCracken had the hot hand. He's got a touch. Puts it on the floor. They're D'ing him up pretty good. Now Dawson Moore. Connor gets it back. Connor, baseline. They dump it down low. Out of bounds. Last touch by Chance Parker. And the 4th turnover committed by Scottsbluff. To Johnny Bamba. Bounces it inbounds to Jaquale Veazey. Veazey across the timeline. Veazey high on the dribble. Scottsbluff stays 2-3. Bamba in the corner, Perez. High arcing pass, back to Jaquale Veazey. Veazey's going to fire up a high arcing three, and that one falls in. Jaquel Veazey now has 5, his first tray. They've got 5 threes, and 5 threes as well for Scottsbluff. Harold Baez fresh off the bench. Bank not open on a Friday evening. Too strong off the glass. To Johnny Bamba, good ball movement. Rodriguez, there's their leading scorer. Well off the mark once again from the baseline for James Felton. His shot and game looks off a little bit right now. He averages 18 points a game. And we're going to get a whistle and a walk on the perimeter called against Dawson Moore. Quick on the shuffle step. Leads at 3 for the Cats, 29-26. Perez, a little over 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Bamba in the corner, now Rodriguez. They bounce it down low, they get it to Felton. Again, another miss from Felton, rebounded by Deolis. Josiah Deolis, heavy on the strong take to the rim, got it. He's got 8 here in the early going. Scottsbluff off to a solid start here in the first half. 31-26. Veazey now on the wing. Perez. Scottsbluff stays 2-3. Active hands defensively. Felton goes to the rim. Dribbled in and out of some traffic, and he'll get 2 shots now at the foul line. .523 to play in the opening quarter. And James Felton at the stripe. For more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving their clients' personal financial goals. Call Ryan Windhorst at 632-7561. Together, you'll go far. Felton off the mark on the first at the line. His shot has been a struggle spot so far tonight. Averages 18, the 6'7" senior. Able to get the second, his only field goal of the night, a breakaway 2-hand dunk. Fabio Rodriguez checks out. Ricardo Torres comes back in for Scottsbluff. Moore, Deolis, Baez, Chance Parker, and Connor McCracken. 31-27. Scottsbluff with the lead, and they turn it over. It's Felton, hounded from behind. He'll give it up to Veazey. Veazey will back it up, and they'll set up their offense. In the half court and on the perimeter, Harold Baez slams into Johnny Bamba. Baez picks up his first personal. That's the 4th team foul on Scottsbluff. Each team's committed 4 personals. Two-three zone, the look still from Scottsbluff. Bamba on the perimeter. Dre Calloway, their head coach, barking signals from the bench. They're staying patient. Now Felton with Deolis defending. And a pass to the corner, intercepted by Baez. Reach-in foul. Who's this one going to go on? To Johnny Bamba picks up the foul. .446 to play. 31-27. Into the front court on the bounce. Deolis in the corner. Clean look for Dawson Moore, wouldn't go. Ball comes off strong, and Scottsbluff has an offensive rebound. Pull-up jumper, would not fall. Again, another opportunity for an O board, attacking the rim. 3 cracks at it. Scottsbluff unable to get one to go. Ball loose on the floor, up the floor quickly. Bamba, pump fake, contact, whistle, foul. 2 shots coming forward to Johnny Bamba. Missed opportunity on the other end of the floor moments ago for Scottsbluff. They had 3 shots, 2 in and around the rim. This foul goes, that last personal went on Deolis, his first, and Bamba knocks down the first of 2. Cuts the Scottsbluff lead to 3. It's 31-28 to Johnny Bamba at the stripe, able to knock down a pair. 4 of their 7 points in the quarter have come at the foul line. Into the front court, Deolis with the basketball. Going to go right by the defender, attacks the rim, and got it to go. Another right-hand finish, little spin off the square. Deolis now into double figures. He has 10, lead back to 4, 33-29. Outside, on the deck. There's a 3-ball, missing badly. Offensive rebound, Bamba. He throws it off Baez. It'll be Abe Lincoln basketball. Sam Clarkson checks back in for Scottsbluff as Chance Parker takes a seat on the bench for the Cats. Ty Foster with 2 fouls is checked back into the game for Abe Lincoln. He receives the inbounds pass, lobs it back to Bamba, who's been very active so far tonight. 2-3 zones. Scottsbluff keeps it with the zone look defensively. Bamba. They try and find an alley. Veazey lost the basketball for a moment. Still on the perimeter. Foster. Errant pass intercepted by Baez. Baez back to Dawson Moore. Wide open 3. That's going up and it drops for Dawson Moore. Scottsbluff leads by 7. Timeout taken by Abraham Lincoln. It'll be a full timeout. 3:13 to play in the first half. We'll take a quick break. Cats lead by 7 right now on the West Coast scoreboard.
Compliments for you and your home has got the latest decor. Come in today and see what you can create. Start with great home decor from Uttermost. Lamps, chairs, and vases for any taste. Need a little light for a more intimate feeling? Flameware is a recharging LED light that simulates candle flames. Rootworks bowls are hand-carved, one-of-a-kind wooden bowls you can't find anywhere else. Finally, for a little accent, try these leather and Western-style pillows from High End. Compliments for you and your home. Downtown Scottsbluff.
Care Heilbrunn State Farm agent is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbrunn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
A turnover on the offensive end as we come back from break. A pretty stagnant offensive possession winds up in a turnover, a travel. 5th turnover of the game committed by Abraham Lincoln. Baez, open look, fires a 3 off the heel of the iron, rebounded by Clarkson. Connor McCracken stays cooking from downtown. He's got 17 points in the first half, and Scottsbluff now with their biggest lead of the ball game at 39-29. Veazey. They'll move it from right to left. Bamba in the corner. Back up top to Jaquale Veazey. Now Ty Foster puts it on the deck. He attacks the rim. Whistle and a foul called against Scottsbluff. Sam Clarkson. 2 shots coming for Ty Foster, who averages 13 points a game and 3 rebounds. Also 5 assists. He's played limited minutes here in the first half with 2 fouls. Foster buries the first at the stripe. 2:24 to play. Another one on the way from Foster. Too strong, rebounded by Harsh for the Bearcats. Diolis jogs it up. Now crossover dribble. Cut off top of the key. McCracken. Catch, shoot. That one would not drop. Harsh tried to grab the rebound. Here comes Foster looking to push. Blows right by everybody to the rim for a lefty layup for Ty Foster. Looks like he's a difference maker on the floor for this Abe Lincoln team. Diolis near the corner. Now McCracken on the catch. He's got Bamba defending. Whips it past to Harsh. Harsh one dribble back to Josiah Diolis. Leads at 7, 39-32. They got Veazey defending on Diolis. He sets a high screen. McCracken, they reach in on him, almost force a steal. Instead, they dump it down low. Clarkson, a sweeping hook across the paint. Ball comes off, rebounded by Jaquale Veazey. They'll give it up to Ty Foster. Foster, pump fake right, or left, passes right. Veazey from downtown. Veazey's now got 8. A 6-0 spurt just like that, and Abraham Lincoln back within 4. Veazey defending on Diolas. Again, off the square, it wouldn't go. Reach in foul. This could go against Diolas or Clarkson. Either way, someone's got their second. It's number 2 on Josiah Diolas, who's played well in the first half. He has 10. We've got 69 seconds left to play in the first half. And a 1-and-1 opportunity now for James Felton. Their leading scorer at 18 a game. He's been quiet so far tonight with just 3. 2 of his 3, a big two-hand thunderous dunk. He's now 2 for 3 at the foul line. .109 to play in the first half. Couple of makes for Felton. They've looked good at the free throw line so far in this ball game. And all of a sudden, a 8-0 spurt. They fell behind by 10, their biggest deficit. And a snap of the finger later, and they are back within 2. Dawson Moore handles out high. Can't be lazy with the passing here this evening. Sebastian Harsh knocks another 3-ball in. Man, they will take all of that and then some from Harsh from outside. Down to 45 seconds to play in the half, and that 3 gets Scottsbluff back in front by 5. Josh Perez directing traffic. A lot of standing around right now. Now Veazey with the basketball. Veazey still dribbling out high. They've yet to even get it about a foot or 2 away from the 3-point line. Now they get it middle. They dump it down low. Whistle, foul, and 2 more coming at the line for Felton. This one goes against Connor McCracken. That'll be his first. 2-shot foul. And Felton at the stripe. All 3 of his points in this quarter at the charity stripe. And he tickles the twine once again. 3 straight makes, all touching nothing but net. .21.5 seconds to play in the half. Missing the second. Ball comes off, rebounded by Harsh. 4-point lead, 42-38 for Scottsbluff. Diolas gonna handle it across the timeline. He's got Veazey defending. Nice matchup here. 1-on-1 out high. Diolas dribbles to his right. Bounce pass is loose on the floor. Picked up by Clarkson, and he scores it at the buzzer. Sam Clarkson has 6 as both teams head to the locker room. Scottsbluff speaking of the number 6 with a 6-point lead at 44-38. That's our score at halftime on the West Coast scoreboard.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
It's the time of year when mice, spiders, and other pests become a real problem for homeowners. It's only natural when it's cold outside, they seek warmer temperatures and come inside. Benzel Pest Control says let's get them outside before they come inside. With more than 4 decades of experience spanning 3 generations, Benzel Pest Control is the place to call when you have problems with mice and spiders. Across the state, every eye and ear is focused on one stadium where the sea of red is man-made. A place where every Saturday...
TV and 101.7 The Trail. The Scottsbluff Bearcats have a 6-point lead on Abraham Lincoln High out of Denver. The score is 44-38. Let's take a look at the numbers right now. Brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. We'll start with Scottsbluff up by 6. Leading the way is Connor McCracken, 14 of his game-high 17 to this point. Coming in the opening quarter, Connor has 5 3-point shots that have dropped so far here in the first half. He has 17 points on the night. Josiah Diolis also in double figures with 10. Sebastian Harsh has 8. He's canned a pair of threes. 6 points for Sam Clarkson and a 3-ball for Dawson Moore. They had 27 in the opening quarter, came back with 17 in the second stanza. Let's take a look at the Abraham Lincoln Lancer side of the scorebook. By quarter, scoring 22 and then 16. In this one tonight, they've got Quahim Brown with 9, all 9 of his points coming from behind the 3-point arc in the opening quarter. 8 points for Jaquel Veazey off the bench, including 2 threes in the second quarter. 6 points apiece for Tijani Bamba and their leading scorer, James Felton. Each of those guys with 6. They combined for near 31 a game. Josh Perez got the start in the backcourt tonight. He finished that opening half with 6 points and a 3-point first half effort for Ty Foster, who sat for quite a bit of that opening half with 2 early fouls. Quahim Brown also has 2 personals. Two personals on Diolis for Scottsbluff. Their only real bit of foul trouble concern through the first 2 quarters here tonight. 44-38, our halftime look at the numbers brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. Scottsbluff leads by 6, 44-38 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
Scottsbluff won the JV game earlier convincingly, 57-28. Boys game here at halftime, they're on top, 44-38. We've got high school basketball coverage for you as well this hour over on KNEB AM 960 and 100.3 FM with Jeff Kelly with the Gering home doubleheader against Chadron. Looking ahead to tomorrow, we'll have Scottsbluff and Gering with a big doubleheader, girls and boys action from WNCC up at Cougar Palace. Pregame on KNEB.TV and 960 100.3 will be at 5:15. Jeff Kelly will have the girls game at 5:30. I'll be settling in for the boys game following that opener tomorrow night. For the JV games tomorrow, girls at 11 a.m., boys at 12:30. Both those games will be at Gering High School. Take another timeout. Halftime score here tonight from Scottsbluff High. Cats lead Abraham Lincoln out of Denver 44-38 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Hi, this is Brian from
Across the state, every eye and ear is focused on one stadium where the sea of red is man-made. A place where every Saturday is a stage for our team, for our resolve, and for our values.
It's toughness, it's dedication, it's work ethic. That's what Nebraska is.
This is Husker Nation.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Halftime score tonight. KNEB.TV, 101.7 The Trail. Scottsbluff with a lead here at home, 44-38 on Abraham Lincoln High. Out of Denver, Scottsbluff with a win would get to 6-7 ahead of tomorrow night's game against rival Gering. Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit offers regularly scheduled accessible bus service serving communities between Alliance and Scottsbluff Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and 21 Panhandle communities on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Reservations are required. Visit panhandletrails.com or call 761-TRIP at 761-TRIP. No girls game here tonight. Boys action only. We'll have the Scottsbluff girls back at it tomorrow night. Many of their young ladies on the roster in attendance here this evening. Scottsbluff played last weekend on Friday and Saturday against Cheyenne Schools East here on Friday and at Cheyenne Central on Saturday. Took losses in both of those games, so this has been a bounce-back, impressive performance through 2 quarters so far tonight. Shooting a solid percentage from the floor and really got out of the gates to a great start with 27 points in that opening quarter. Right now they lead 44-38 here at halftime. Both teams making their way back out onto the game floor right now. And again, Abe Lincoln played last night. Played double overtime on Tuesday. Long bus trip. So we'll see if they're able to get some of those weary legs back underneath them here and find a bit of a spark in the second half. But as of right now, it's a great setup for Scottsbluff to pull off a big-time home win against a real quality opponent out of the city of Denver here tonight. Scottsbluff's record at 5-7. There's a couple former Bearcat athletes right there with Braden Lofink and Max Mason. Of course, Braden's dad, Terry, the first-year head coach at Morrill. They got a win today in the PAC semifinals. They play in the championship game tomorrow against either Hemingford or Sioux County. Opportunity for the Morrill Lions to continue to stack up a few wins. They stay over 500 here into the new year. We'll get you the second half here on KNEB.TV and 101.7 The Trail in just a moment. Third quarter action on the way. Scottsbluff leading at the break over Abraham Lincoln, 44-38 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Why should you come out to Double L Country Store in Banner County? Because we serve locally raised beef, chicken, and bison, and our hamburger buns, cabbage burgers, and pies are homemade every day. Breakfast is served daily from 8 to 11, with all-you-can-eat pancakes on Saturday. Or join us Friday nights for Burger Fest. Choose from 6 specialty burgers or build your own. And for dessert, make sure you save room for one of our homemade milkshakes. We are worth the drive here at Double L Country Store on Highway 71, just 10 minutes south of the Wildcats.
Byers Realty would like to remind everyone that school is back in session, so make sure and watch for little ones in crosswalks. Be mindful of school speed zones, and take a second to double check for pedestrians and bicyclists. We want all of our young students to have a wonderful and safe year. Visit callbyersrealty.com or stop by the office on Avenue B, next to Bumper to Bumper. The Panhandle's best, Byers Realty. Community strong, community proud. We have what you're looking for.
KNEB.TV, 101.7 The Trail. An anxious Scottsbluff bunch quickly onto the game floor as we await Abe Lincoln's arrival out here from their bench for the second half.
No change to the lineup. Why would there be after that opening half where they scored 44? Diolis, Darnell, Harsh, Clarkson, and McCracken. And Connor got loose and went off in that first half. Canned 5 threes. He had 17, 14 coming in the opening quarter. It'll be Abe Lincoln basketball down by 6. And Scottsbluff has been, I hesitate to say zone strictly on every possession, but pretty much mainly zone here so far against Abe Lincoln. Tajani Bamba comes to a jump step, feeds the perimeter outside. Quaheen Brown can't knock down the 3. Offensive rebound underneath to Foster, and the Lancers maintain possession on the offensive end. Felton outside. 3 ball on the way there, too strong. Rebound to Felton. Another opportunity for Abraham Lincoln. Bamba splits a couple of defenders. Clarkson goes straight up defensively. Missed shot. And Scottsbluff with a ball in the 6-point lead. Chance to build on it. Boy, they give McCracken the look. Just couldn't knock that one down. And the rebound off the backside goes to Quaheen Brown. Fires it underneath. Wide open. And an easy deuce for James Felton. Cuts the deficit to 4. Darnell handling on the wing left side. Crossover. Tries to bounce pass it to Sam Clarkson, who was heading up the paint just a little bit. Clarkson's bounce pass more towards the baseline, out of bounds. Turnover number 6 committed by the Cats. Ty Foster had 2 quick fouls, sat for the majority of the first half. When he came back onto the floor in the second quarter late, you could tell what type of difference maker he was. And he's going to handle the basketball for him across the timeline. They've got Felton set up. Felton whips a pass, opposite side, underneath, and Foster can't score. Whistle, jump ball, possession arrow will give it to the Bearcats. Good ball movement that time, and then Foster just missed a bunny. Minute and a half gone by here in the third quarter. Scottsbluff leads 44-40. Diolis takes his time into the front court, brings it right along the wing. Now Darnell, bounce pass to Harsh. Clarkson down low, bodies up into the defender, misses, backside rebound, goes to Tajani Bamba. Bamba, nobody cuts him off defensively, can't score it with a left hand, tips it out, and it's Foster along the baseline cutoff. Fires a pass to Quaheen Brown. Brown outside in the corner. Bamba, whistle, travel violation. Dre Calloway, the head coach for Abraham Lincoln, up off the bench. Scott Gullion, the head coach for Scottsbluff. Same type demeanor. Everybody into things right now. Tight game. McCracken covered up on that 3-point attempt. Too strong. Ty Foster, left-handed dribble. Hesitates. Now Bamba, right side. Quaheen Brown. In the corner, Felton. 2 defenders near Felton. Gets a pass back out to Brown. Brown stays patient on the cat paw right side. Ty Foster. Jump stop into the paint. Whistle comes late, and they're going to get Clarkson on the bump. 5 minutes and 19 seconds to play in this third quarter. Second foul on Sam. And at the line will be Ty Foster. 6'1 junior, averages 13. He had 3 in the first half. Able to convert on the first of 2 at the line. Lead is 3 right now for the Cats at 44-41. Chris Busby sporting the sweet yellow Lakers LeBron jersey in the student section tonight. Foster too strong, rebounded by Harsh. Diolis handling in the backcourt. Tajani Bamba picks his pocket in the open court. Bamba goes right to the rim. Offensive foul, the call. Coach Calloway doesn't like it. Bamba frustrated. And Foster having a quick conversation with the official on the far side. So Bamba picks up his second. Sam Clarkson out. Chance Parker will check in. Harold Baez up off the bench. He'll check in as well, replacing Jack Darnell. So a little bit more athleticism onto the floor with these two substitutions for the Cats. Parker, Diolis, McCracken, Harsh, and Baez. Diolis into the paint. Bounce pass, open look for McCracken out of the corner. Got it with a tray. Connors now got 20. Looking more like the 2017-18 Connor McCracken the last two games. Leads at 6, 47-41. They lob it to Bamba in the paint. Couldn't get it to go. Whistle, some contact, and a foul. And to Johnny Bamba, they'll get a trip to the foul line. Third foul on Connor McCracken, so that's something to keep an eye on. 4:43 left in this third quarter. Scottsbluff leading by 6, and it's Bamba at the foul line. To Johnny Bamba had 6 points in the first half. Give him 7 off that make. Cats led at halftime, 44-38. Lead right now at 5, 47-42. Make it 4 at 47-43. Pass comes inbounds to Parker. Gives it up to Harsh. Harsh feeds McCracken. Right side on the wing. Whistle, and we've got a foul called against Josh Perez. First foul on Perez. 4:35 to play in this third quarter. Harsh plays it into Diolis. Feeds McCracken right side. I don't like that matchup if I'm Abe Lincoln attacking the rim. Ball's batted around off the miss. Out of bounds last touch, they say, by Abe Lincoln. It'll stay Scottsbluff. On the perimeter right now, they've got a 5'10 guard in Perez checking Connor McCracken. For Scottsbluff, you might want to try to look that matchup up. Connor's talking to Diolis right now. You wonder if that's the conversation. Look, I can take this kid. Give me the rock. On the catch, Harsh. Hands it off to Diolis. Josiah, crossover dribble, pull up Jay. Off the heel of the iron. Rebound off the miss. Goes to Parker, and a foul coming over the top. That's going to go on James Felton. 2 shots coming for Chance Parker on the season at the stripe. A 73% foul shooter. 47-43. That was the first foul on Felton. Chance scoreless to this point. Not any longer. They'll get Connor McCracken a breather here with 4:14 to play. Remember, he's got those 3 fouls. Dawson Moore checks in, a sharpshooter from downtown. Parker got the friendly home gym roll. Para makes for Chance Parker, 49-43. Ty Foster brings it across the timeline into the front court for Abe Lincoln. 2-3 zone, the look for Scottsbluff defensively. Jaquel Veazey also on the floor. Veazey and Foster, you wonder how much damage those guys can do. Bamba underneath off a loose ball tip, grabs it and throws it down with a 2-hand dunk to Johnny Bamba with 4 in the quarter. He's got 10 for the ball game, and the lead is 4 for the Cats, 49-45. Diolis whistle, offensive foul. Oh, wow. They got Felton. The official out front with the call. Still waiting for the scoreboard to tack that one onto the board. It goes against Veazey, they say, his first. So maybe the reach before the charge. And leaving that first free throw short is Josiah Diolis. Had 10 first half points. Leads at 4, 49-45. Diolis 1 of 2. Timeout on the floor. Scott Gullion wants a 30. 3:43 to play in the third quarter. 50-45. Cats still leading it right now by 5. 3:43 to play in the third. They have just 1 turnover so far in this half. And they've got also just one field goal. That was a 3 from McCracken. 3 foul shots makes from Deolis and Chance Parker. Currently leading 50-45. Glad to have you watching tonight on the TV side, listening on the trail. And you can access any of our archived broadcasts on our podcast page at KNEB.com. Brought to you by First State Bank of Scottsbluff and Gehring. Chris Cottrell with you tonight, our Logos broadcast location. Second deck here at Scottsbluff High. Speaking of our Logos broadcast booth, if you stopped in lately, visit with Jeremy and those guys. They'll custom design it, print it, and have it ready for the game. No job too big or small for Logos in downtown Gehring. Out of the timeout, Scottsbluff on the defensive end. They have a 5-point lead on Abraham Lincoln out of Denver. Ty Foster hesitates, feeds to Bamba. Out of the corner, Jaquale Veazey, high arcing 3, wouldn't go. Board goes to Foster, working hard. A guard rebounding down low. Whistle and a foul goes against Scottsbluff. They'll say that one on Dawson Moore, his first. Veazey. Now Quaheen Brown. Quaheen Brown lost the basketball. Turnover. Trying to push is Deolis. Deolis has his shot blocked from behind. Trailing the play, offensive rebound, and Chance Parker has 4 points now in the quarter. Scottsbluff pushes the lead up to 7, 52-45. Quaheen Brown, bounce pass out high to Veazey. Now with the basketball is Ty Foster. Right side, Bamba. They dump it down low to Felton. Felton got deep, got a whistle, and a blocking foul going against Chance Parker. Second foul on Parker. Second team foul in the half against Scottsbluff. They lead by 7. Abraham Lincoln will inbound along the baseline underneath their own basket. And now Coach Calloway of Lincoln was adamant about something there at the scorer's table. Now a conversation between the 3-man officiating crew. As they're trying to sort out who this foul was on. 24 and 25 are both on the floor. Still with a conversation at the scorer's table. Still no decision yet. It's the team foul category that had not been adjusted, so they've got 4 now on the board called against Scottsbluff. The foul stays on Dawson Moore. 2:56 to play in the third quarter. Ty Foster will inbound the basketball for Abe Lincoln. Dangerously close to a 5-second call underneath. Tight whistle, and they're going to say that ball hit the game clock on top of the backboard, and that'll go over to the Cats. Connor McCracken's going to check in for Sebastian Harsh. You've got Deolis, Dawson Moore, Connor McCracken, Harold Baez, and Chance Parker, the 5 on the floor for the Cats. With the basketball up by 7. Key 2 minutes and 50 seconds here for both these teams. Ball loose in the backcourt to Johnny Bamba. Picked his pocket, goes to the rim, score it, and a foul. That's the third on Deolis. Bamba has 6 in the quarter. He's now got 12. And right as we talk about a key stretch, Bamba gets the steal with the man defense in the backcourt, and with really nobody home outside the ball handler. An easy take for a field goal, some contact, a whistle, a foul, and a made free throw for Bamba, who's got 7 points in the quarter. He's up to a season average of 13. 52-48. And some full court pressure now being applied by Abraham Lincoln. It's Bamba defending again on Deolis. Josiah dribbles quickly across the timeline and then got loose with it and dribbled it away out of bounds. And now we've got a technical foul called against Tijani Bamba. He was just talking to him. They're just not going to let you get away with that. Smack talk, and now Coach Calloway's dangerously close. Abraham Lincoln is close to unraveling after they got a technical, and the head coach really out on the game floor, giving a peace of mind to one of the officials. So McCracken unable to convert on the first foul shot. We'll see how testy things get here down the stretch here tonight. Connor came into play at 85%, gets 1 of 2. He's now up to 21 points in the game. So 1 of 2 and the basketball. Quite the turnaround from what should have been a turnover. And Abe Lincoln ball all over, some trash talk along the near sideline. And that got Bamba teed up. And now he's got 3 personals as well. Connor McCracken hesitates, goes right by, pull-up shot in the paint, too strong. Chance Parker a rebound, the stick back, a whistle, and a foul. And 2 shots coming at the line for Parker. And Abraham Lincoln is doing a lot of talking right now to officials. Felton was out high talking, now Bamba having a long conversation. Abraham Lincoln's going to have to shut their mouths and play basketball. This Scottsbluff team really needs a big win here tonight. They look pretty focused and dialed in, and it's been that way since the beginning of the night. And Parker coming up big here in the quarter, has 5 points. Connor McCracken sits. Sebastian Harsh back in. Deolis will take a seat as Darnell's onto the floor. As the lead balloons back to 6. Make it 7. Chance having a big third quarter. He's got 6. Ty Foster. Scottsbluff stays 2-3 zone. Almost a turnover. They get it to Bamba on the wing right side. Out high, Quahim Brown. Brown, they move the ball to the perimeter left side. Ty Foster in the paint, dumps it off down low to James Felton. Shot knocked away, but a foul goes on Scottsbluff and Chance Parker. That's his third. 2:03 to play. Let me rewind. When I said Abraham Lincoln needs to shut their mouths, just simply they can't talk. They got to just play through some of the whistles, some of the fouls, and some of their mistakes. Just play through it if you're Abraham Lincoln. This Scottsbluff team is not going away here tonight. Felton scores the first. He's got 9. Lead is at 6, 55-49. 2:03 to play. It's going to be a barn burner here tonight down the stretch. You've just got that feeling. Felton solid at the stripe. Full timeout as both teams will head to their respective benches. 2:03 to play in the third. Timeout on the floor. Scottsbluff leading 55-50 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Come see the Very Hungry Caterpillar live at the Midwest Theater on January 21st. The story is told on stage through the magic of black light and fanciful puppets as it follows the wonderful adventures of a very tiny and very hungry caterpillar, as well as others' favorite stories by author Eric Carle. The Very Hungry Caterpillar live at the Midwest Theater on January 21st. For tickets, call 632-4311 or visit midwesttheater.com.
Back tonight on KNEB.TV and 101.7 The Trail off the 2 makes and the timeout. Abraham Lincoln going to go to some full court pressure. Harsh inbounds the basketball to McCracken. Foster. Now right side Harsh with it. Holds the ball high above his head. Dawson Moore. Entry pass down low. Parker can't score it near the rim. O'Board goes to Harsh. His shot partially blocked. Whistle and a foul. The talking continues with James Felton. 2 shots coming now for Harsh. That foul goes against Quaheen Brown. That'll be his 3rd. Harsh at the stripe, a 44% free throw shooter this year. Left the first one short. 3 subs in now. Parker out, Clarkson in. Darnell in, McCracken out. Diolis out, Baez in. Some OD substitutions. Both Diolis and McCracken and Parker all with 3 fouls apiece. Big free throw coming for Harsh. Got 1 of 2. Sebastian up to 9 points tonight. Had 8 in the first half, including a pair of 3 balls. 56-50. Abraham Lincoln down 6 with a ball. On the perimeter, Brown. Bounce pass to Perez. In the corner, Foster. Foster back to Jaquale Veazey. Veazey, Quaheen Brown. Brown's been quiet since 3 first quarter 3-point field goals. High arcing baseline, Jay wouldn't go for James Felton. Along the baseline left side, that short corner jumper. Up the floor, Baez. Dawson Moore, open look, 3-ball. That is down for Dawson Moore. Huge shot at a huge spot, 59-50. Final 65 seconds here to play in this 3rd quarter. They say 2-3 zone, and a bump as Foster knocked off his spot on the dribble. That'll be the 7th team foul. And a trip to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity for Ty Foster. Foster has 4. He averages 13 points a game. 56 seconds to play. And with Abe Lincoln at the stripe, some offensive substitutions as McCracken and Diolis are back on. Ty Foster able to hit the first. Just 3 field goals in the quarter for the Lancers, also 3 field goals for Scottsbluff. Scottsbluff outscoring Abraham Lincoln by 2 so far in this 3rd quarter. Foster knocks them both in. Some pressure in the backcourt. Dawson Moore rushes it up the floor near side. Fires a pass. Out of the corner, a 3 on the way. That is good for Harold Baez. Knocks one in. Final 40 seconds to play. Lead at 10, 62-52. That equals the biggest lead of the night for the Cats. Quaheen Brown from way outside. Missed the bank shot. Opportunity for the Cats to play for the final shot of the quarter. Diolis on the floor. Veazey reaching in the backcourt. He's got man ball pressure. Diolis spin dribble, and he had it poked away. Quaheen Brown feeds it up ahead, and a layup in transition on the run out for Josh Perez. He's got 8. Final 10 seconds of the quarter. Ball loose, over and back violation. And back-to-back turnovers for the Cats have breathed a little life into this Abraham Lincoln team here late in this 3rd quarter. Tajani Bamba's back on the floor, leads at 8. 7 seconds to play in the 3rd. Diolis and McCracken sit with those 3 fouls. Don't want a silly one here late. High screen. Foster leans into one and banks in a 3 at the buzzer. It's going to be wild down the stretch here in our final 8 minutes of action through 3 quarters tonight on KNEB.TV and 101.7 The Trail. Scottsbluff leading Abraham Lincoln by 5 on the West Coast scoreboard. Just break.
Care Heilbrunn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbrunn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Across the state, every eye and ear is focused on one stadium where the sea of red is man-made. A place where every Saturday is a stage for our team, for our resolve, and for our values.
It's toughness, it's dedication, it's work ethic. That's what Nebraska is.
This is Husker Nation.
Download the Elite Physical Therapy Sports app, your go-to sports app, the latest news, live scores, plus you can watch our TV broadcast, listen to our radio broadcast, download the KNEB Sports app in the Apple or Google Play Store at kneb.com for the live scoreboard anytime. Scottsbluff loses the basketball. Diolas on the dribble, being hounded by Tajani Bamba, and it winds up an early fourth quarter turnover, and Abraham Lincoln's going to get the basketball back. A quick little 5-0 run off a pair of turnovers late in the third quarter as they go from down 10 to down 5. VZ out high. Dawson Moore and Diolas on the point in this 2-3 zone. They run out on VZ. Now Perez gives it off with one hand in the corner. Ty Foster got deep, works his way on the dribble to the rim with a left hand. Ball batted around off the miss, and Felton up and in for 2. 7-0 run right now for Abraham Lincoln. Scottsbluff lead at 3. That ball's deflected in the backcourt. Perez comes up with a steal. Gives it to Bamba. Bamba underneath to Felton, can't score. Ball's loose. Grabbed by Bamba. Back up for 2 more. To Johnny Bamba, 9-0 spurt. Inbounds pass for the Cats. Knocked away. Another turnover and a foul called against Harold Baez. And he's barking at the near side official. And a timeout taken by Scottsbluff. They need a full to get things under control. Will break as well. 58 seconds into the fourth. We now have a 1-point game on the West Coast scoreboard.
Panhandle Trails Inner City Public
Care Heilbrunn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbrunn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Why should you come out to Double L Country Store in Banner County? Because we serve locally raised beef, chicken, and bison, and our hamburger buns, cabbage burgers, and pies are homemade every day. Breakfast is served daily from 8 to 11, with all-you-can-eat pancakes on Saturday. Or join us Friday nights for Burger Fest. Choose from 6 specialty burgers or build your own. And for dessert, make sure you save room for one of our homemade milkshakes. We are worth the drive here at Double L Country Store on Highway 71, just 10 minutes south of the Wildcats.
KNEB.TV, 101.7 The Trail, a 9-0 spurt right now for Abraham Lincoln. And they are going to be at the foul line with a chance to tie and maybe take the lead. A 1-and-1 opportunity for Ty Foster off the foul just before that timeout on the floor committed by Harold Baez, and Foster ties the game up at 62. It was 62-52 in the final minute of the third quarter, and they got 2 turnovers and 5 points. Now in the opening 58 seconds, they've scored another quick 5, make it 6, and Abraham Lincoln has their first lead of the game at 63-62 on an 11-0 run. VZ pass up the floor. Couldn't find anybody. Outlet pass right to the rim. Foster another layup off a turnover, and the ball pressure. They have dialed it up and turned things up, and there's a foul against Bamba in the backcourt. Got 2 hands on Diolas, and Josiah's going to get a 1-and-1 opportunity himself. That's foul number 4 on Tajani Bamba. 65-62, a 13-0 run for Abraham Lincoln here, late third into the fourth. At the stripe, Diolas, a 1-and-1 opportunity, and that one rattles in. He's got 12. Bamba replaces Perez down along the free throw lane area left side. Diolas to cut the Abe Lincoln lead to 1, doesn't get it. Rebounded by James Felton, their 6'7 senior. Foster into the paint, lost the dribble. Outside, Veazey steps into a high arcing three, off the rim. Ball comes off, grabbed by Harold Baez. Baez up the floor, goes right to Connor McCracken, who ties it up in transition with a layup off the right wing. Connor has 23. It's 63 apiece here in the fourth quarter. 6 minutes and 15 seconds to play in regulation. Bamba floats the pass to Veazey. Veazey to Foster. Ty Foster to Johnny Bamba on the right wing. High post Foster. Outside, Perez. Bamba, he's going to fire away from downtown. That one won't drop. Clearing the glass defensively, Chance Parker, another board. Into the front court. Nobody steps in, and on the way to the bucket, an offensive foul. A charge called on Josiah Diolas. He's got 4. Just a simple pull-up jumper, a little jump stop finish, or a little floater that time, but he went full barrel. I think it was Perez or Veazey, one of the two, getting their feet set to draw that offensive foul. Diolas has 4, and he'll check out on the defensive end. We're tied at 65 with 5:50 to play in the game. Competitive, very athletic game here tonight at Scottsbluff. Perez, now Veazey. They'll move Foster to the middle against that zone. He wants it. Outside Veazey. Into the corner, Kwaheem Brown. Middle, Foster attacks the rim with a lefty finish that time for Ty Foster. He's got 6 in the quarter. He's up to 15, 2 above his season average. Back to a 2-point lead for Abraham Lincoln. Connor McCracken goes baseline. Ball is knocked away, loose on the floor. Everybody hustling for it. We've got a whistle, and they're going to call a foul on Kwaheem Brown. Didn't really see that foul at all, to be quite honest with you. Looks like a break for the Cats, and that'll send Connor McCracken to the foul line. That was the 9th team foul, so a 1-and-1 for Connor. Hit 1 of 2 his last time at the line, able to knock down the first. 24 points tonight for Connor McCracken, 9 over his season average. He had 21 Saturday at Cheyenne Central. Misses the second, and we're going to get a whistle and a jump ball, and possession arrow gives it to Abraham Lincoln. Lead right now at 1 for the Lancers, and they'll have the basketball on top, 67-66. You've got foul trouble for both of these teams right now. Diolas with 4 for the Cats, McCracken and Parker with 3. 4 apiece on Tajani Bamba and Kwaheem Brown for Abraham Lincoln. Scottsbluff has been strictly zoned tonight. 2-3 the look. They get the ball middle. Does Abraham Lincoln. Foster's dangerous at that high post area. Now Kwaheem Brown, Josh Perez on the wing right side. Foster out high. Into the paint, lost the basketball, it's loose. Picked up, and Scottsbluff will slow the tempo down. They lob it up the floor on the catch, and a foul goes against Jaquale Veazey. (67-66). Connor McCracken now with a 2-shot opportunity at the stripe. A pair of makes, and Scottsbluff goes back in front. Right now they trail by 1, and we're tied up at 67 apiece. Connor has 25 points. Scottsbluff with a lead, and they get Chance Parker with a push-off underneath. That's his 4th. Silly foul on Parker. And we're going to get a timeout taken by Scottsbluff. Nope, I think they're going to wave off the timeout, so they'll walk it to the other end of the floor. And Quaheen Brown, that's the 10th team foul on Scottsbluff, so we're shooting 2 the rest of the way here tonight for both these teams at the charity stripe. Quaheen Brown has 9. All 9 of his points came in the opening quarter when he hit 3 threes. They have been good at the free throw line. He's into double figures with 10. We're tied up at 68. Jack Darnell sits for the Cats. Harold Baez back on. Harold had a big 3 in that third quarter. Brown misses 2. Offensive rebound goes to Felton. He got fouled, and that's the 5th on Chance Parker. So Chance Parker's night comes to a close. Chance finishes with 6 on his 5th foul of the night. They'll take a seat. Chance very active this evening. A difference maker on the floor for head coach Scott Golian. Tied up at 68. 2 shots at the line for James Felton, who has 12. And Felton able to knock down that first. He's up to 13. Another make for Felton. 4:39 to play. Baez out high. Moore, now left wing McCracken. Harsh on the catch up top. He'll feed the right side. Baez on the dribble, and that pass, errant, trying to feed the wing. McCracken was moving more towards the top of the key, and that's a turnover committed by Scottsbluff. Foul shooting could be key down the stretch here tonight. I don't have the misses in front of me, but Abraham Lincoln has been on fire at the free throw line tonight. It's kept a minute, and the last 2 makes have given them a 2-point lead. Perez now operates along the baseline. Little short corner pull-up, Jay. Big shot for Josh Perez. 4 points, the biggest lead of the night for Abraham Lincoln. Right now it's 72-68. Dangerously close to a turnover. Can McCracken make it a 1-point game? He does. A corner 3 left side. 1-point lead for Abraham Lincoln. Ty Foster backs the dribble out, 72-71. Hotly contested ball game here tonight. Can the Cats find a way to get a huge win on their home floor? Perez. Quick little crossover dribble. Now Veazey on the catch. Foster with Baez defending. Ty Foster to Quaheen Brown. Veazey. Credit Abraham Lincoln. They have stayed patient on the offensive end. They haven't rushed much all night. Foster into the paint. Got it up off the square. Tough shot. Ty Foster has been huge. He got 2 early fouls. Sat for a big portion of that first half, but when he has been on the floor tonight, he has been a big-time difference maker. Full timeout, 3:07 to play. We'll take a break with him. It's 74-71. Abraham Lincoln leading on the West Coast scoreboard.
Being an Allo customer just got even better. 3 times better, in fact. We've tripled our standard internet speed from 100 to 300 megs at no additional cost to you. This isn't one of those limited time offers that will melt away either. 3 times the streaming, 3 times the gaming, 3 times the uploading, all for the same price. Why? Because we love our customers. Allo, no gimmicks, no limits, no kidding. And still no contracts.
It's been entertaining here tonight at Scottsbluff High. Right now, Abraham Lincoln leading the Bearcats by 3. Scottsbluff turns it over out of the timeout. Perez right to the rim along the baseline. Josh Perez has 12, and biggest lead of the night. They build on it now to 5. Dangerous pass by Baez. McCracken along the baseline, tripped up, and that's going to be number 5 on Kwaheem Brown. His night has come to a close. That's the 5th, and that'll do it for Kwaheem Brown. He finishes with 10 points. Dre Calloway getting the message. They will bring Brown off the court. Jaquale Veazey checks back in, their 5'8" senior guard. They lose a little height, but not much else with that substitution. McCracken able to hit the first. Connor up to 29 points for the ball game. Scottsbluff, win or lose, this has been a spirited effort here tonight, something that if they can carry over through the rest of the season, they are going to be in good shape in just about every game they play. Connor McCracken with 9 points in the quarter. He's up to 30 for the game. Dribbling through some traffic across the timeline. Now backing the basketball out. Foster underneath, left a dime for his buddy along the left block, and James Felton with 6 in the quarter. Now 2 shy of his season average. He's got 16. Connor goes baseline, whistle. They're going to wave the bucket off, and an offensive foul goes against Connor McCracken, and Ty Foster doing the job defensively. Connor picks up his 4th. They'll have to keep him on the floor. Lead right now 78-73. Ty Foster has been the difference maker for Abraham Lincoln tonight. That's the 4th on Connor. Josiah Diolis will take a seat. And Abraham Lincoln inbounds the basketball to Perez. Now to Johnny Bamba in the backcourt. Bamba, they run a couple of defenders at him. Bamba now gives it up to Perez. Perez, a little quick shot. No box out offensive rebound. Veazey will back up the dribble. And a heads-up play after they secure the O board as Veazey backs out the dribble. Now they got it in their guys' hands. Foster trying to break him down off the dribble. To Bamba. They will back the basketball out. This is a well-schooled, disciplined basketball team here tonight. Foster left it underneath. 3rd dunk of the night. 2nd. And a timeout taken by Scott Golian. Everybody talking. Harold Baez and James Felton as things are getting testy after the dunk from Felton. He's got 8. Felton got the dunk, but once again the play completely set up by Ty Foster. Broke him down off the dribble, got into the paint, helped defense, arrived uphill, left it on the block, and an easy flush for James Felton. And then the talking just continued after the whistle as both teams went to the bench and some of the guys crossing paths near midcourt. You had Felton and Baez chirping back and forth at one another. And the referees let them kind of get through it and get to the bench without assessing any technical fouls. Biggest lead of the night right now for Abraham Lincoln at 80-73. And I'll say it again, if Scottsbluff can carry over this type of focus, effort, and intensity from night to night, game to game, week to week down the stretch this year, they're going to be in great shape in just about every game they play. After tonight, Gearing tomorrow at the college. Next weekend, Rapid City weekend at Central Friday. Home for Stevens Saturday. And then after that, the next game on the schedule, a Friday night here against Alliance. Diolis on the dribble. Inside the arc. Now Dawson Moore. Dribbles inside the arc. Baez out of the corner launches. That's off the top of the backboard. Offensive rebound. Diolis in traffic, can't score. Ball grabbed by Bamba. Bamba puts his head down, lobs it back out top to Felton. Felton gets it to Foster. That's who they need to have the basketball. Foster goes behind his back in traffic into the corner. They'll lob it to Perez. Now Bamba, they'll reach in and foul him. Bamba wanted the intentional, instead just a personal on Sebastian Harsh. (80-73), 63 seconds left here in regulation tonight. Bamba hits another. These guys have been phenomenal at the foul line. Abraham Lincoln is a well-coached basketball team under the direction of Dre Calloway. In tight spots here tonight, they pulled the ball out. They've reset the offense. They've been disciplined. And they have turned it up here in the fourth quarter, late third into the fourth with pressure defense. Bamba got a pair. There's a three ball for Diolas from out high, and he knocks it in. 82-76. That keeps Scottsbluff in it, down by 6 with 49.1 to play here in the fourth quarter. Scottsbluff led this thing 44-38 at halftime. They led 62-57 at the end of 3. A 25-point quarter so far for Abraham Lincoln. And it is all started with ball pressure in the full court. And really, Ty Foster has been the difference maker for Abraham Lincoln. I said it earlier, he picked up 2 early fouls, sat for just about the entirety of that first half, but when he's been on the floor tonight, Abraham Lincoln has just been a completely different basketball team. Foster's ability to break down defenders off the dribble, get into the paint and create for others. Not to mention, he has 8 in the quarter and 17 points himself. 15 of those after halftime. Foster has been outstanding. Connor McCracken's been phenomenal for Scottsbluff. Connor has 30 points tonight, and he's hit 6 three-point field goals. Make that 7. 5 in the first half, 2 here, 1 each in the third and fourth quarter. Full court pressure now from Scottsbluff. Ty Foster's who they're going to want to get the basketball to. And really just about everybody has shot their free throws well tonight. They'll use the length of Bamba to inbound. Bamba can run the baseline, get it into Felton. Bamba throws over top. They get it to Perez, and Perez just lost track of where he was at on the floor and stepped along the sideline far side. Huge turnover right there. And Scottsbluff gets the basketball. Down by 4, 82-78. Harsh being defended by Felton. Challenge 3 on the way, would not go. And we're going to get a foul on Harsh as Bamba grabbed the defensive rebound. And Bamba will head back to the foul line. They've been scorching hot at the free throw line all night long, and another make for Tijani Bamba. Lead at 5, lead at 6. Bamba another make. Baez back to Diolas, under 30 seconds to play. Scottsbluff's got to go. Diolas, pull up 3, at the line, knocks it in. Diolas has 7 in the quarter, 18 in the ball game. Lead is at 3 with 22.1 to play. 30-second timeout on the floor. We're going to stay right here. Under 30 seconds to play. 84-81 as we give you a quick game reset. Both teams are in the double bonus. 10-plus fouls for each of these clubs here in the second half. Chance Parker's fouled out for the Cats. Quahim Brown is fouled out for Abraham Lincoln. It'll be Lancers basketball as the buzzer sounds and these two teams get back onto the playing surface. This has been fun here tonight at Scottsbluff. 84-81. Abraham Lincoln with a 3-point lead and the basketball. Quentin Scott's checked in for defensive purposes. They will lob it into Foster, and he's immediately fouled by Jack Darnell. So Foster at the line. He has 17 points in the ball game. James Felton has 18. 19 for Tajani Bamba. And Foster calmly knocks in the first. The Boo Crew and student section full throat across the way. 21.1 to play. Scottsbluff's got all their shooters on the floor. Foster 2 out of 2. Diolis, another 3. That one goes. Perez fouled in the backcourt by either Moore or Harsh. Both were reaching. It's now a 2-point lead. The foul goes on Dawson Moore. So Josh Perez, who's got 12, he's in double figures. He gets 1 of 2. The Cats are going to have a shot at a tying three-pointer. Couple of makes. They're going to have to really push it and then foul again quickly or get a steal and a turnover. Oh boy, Perez looked bad. That was looking Josh Perez. Scottsbluff might have finally found the right guy to put at the free throw line. You hear the crowd. Perez missed. Baez the board. Diolis has the basketball. 2-point deficit. Ball is loose. We're going to have a whistle and a reach-in foul. A call goes against Ty Foster. And there is 4.9 to play here in regulation. Diolis with a chance at the free throw line to tie this thing up in the final seconds of the game. 4.9 to play. Josiah is a 78% free throw shooter. It's been an absolute barn burner here tonight. Diolis able to hit the first. And now a timeout taken by Coach Calloway and Abraham Lincoln as they try and ice Josiah Diolis, who looks pretty confident heading to the near side bench. 4.9 to play here in regulation. 86-85, Abraham Lincoln currently with a 1-point lead. Diolis has hit 3 threes here in the final minute plus. He has 11 points in the quarter. He's up to 22 for the ball game. And one more made free throw will tie this thing up with 4.9 on the clock. Both teams back on the floor. 4.9 to play. Runs a post-game show to follow. Deolis at the stripe. Everybody lined each side of the free throw lane area. Bamba and Felton down low. Sandwiched in between another pair of Lincoln defenders, McCracken and Harsh. Key free throw right here for Deolis and the tie. It goes. 4.9 to play. Foster has it. Ty Foster on the push. 2 seconds. He goes to the rim. Did they get the shot away? They did. It goes at the buzzer. Josh Perez finishes at the rim. A game-winning layup for Abraham Lincoln. They celebrate on the far end of the floor. The play once again was made by Ty Foster. The bucket to Perez. Foster went the distance in 4.7, dumped it off in a layup at the buzzer, and now Abraham Lincoln over waving goodbye to the Scottsbluff student section. Scottsbluff principal Mike Holly over there trying to keep things under control. Dre Calloway, the head coach for Abraham Lincoln, doing the same. Hopefully we get good sportsmanship here in the handshake line. An amazing finish to this ball game. Great effort from both of these teams. Excellent basketball here tonight at Scottsbluff High. I know it's a loss for the Cats, but this effort, this intensity, this tight focus moving forward, and they're going to be in great shape down the stretch this high school basketball season. Runs a post-game show to follow when we come back. 88-86 your final on the West Coast scoreboard.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
The Mixing Bowl in Gearing, serving breakfast and lunch every day using Grandma Ruth's recipes for 5 years. Stop for lunch and try a Cali Turkey BLT or one of our gourmet burgers. Have a homemade cabbage burger or butterball soup on Thursdays. Or try our weekend brunch and have cinnamon roll pancakes or the roasted duck Benedict. Stop by the Mixing Bowl on your way to work and grab a freshly baked muffin, Grebel, or Dana Kuga out of our bakery case and a specialty coffee made just for you. The Mixing Bowl, 1945 10th Street in Gearing, bringing great food and great people together.
Back on KNEB.TV tonight, 101.7 The Trail as well. Once again, your final score, 88-86 as Abraham Lincoln comes to town. They get a game-winning layup at the buzzer from Josh Perez after Josiah Deolis tied the game up with a pair of free throws with 4.9 to play. They were able to get the basketball inbounds to Ty Foster. He took it coast to coast, left it for Perez, and Perez scored it as the buzzer sounded. Clock hit triple zeros. The ball fell through. 88-86. We'll have more to come on the Runs of Postgame show right after this on KNEB.
No matter what job I've got to do, my John Deere 5E tractor can do it all. Whether I'm cutting, moving feed, or building a fence. Using my 5E means my work gets done faster at a price I can afford, and that works for me.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
At Scottsbluff, Abraham Lincoln a winner, 88-86 the final score. End-to-end action, just a great athletic matchup here tonight between these two basketball teams. 88-86 the final score. We're going to add up some of these numbers here in progress. Post-game show continues, catered by Runza. And let's add them up here. Let's start with Abraham Lincoln. Foster had 10 in the fourth quarter, and he finished with 19. He was the best player on the floor for Abraham Lincoln tonight. Tajani Bamba finished with 6 in the fourth. He finished with 19. 18-point effort tonight for James Felton. Quaheen Brown fouled out with 10. 8 points for Jaquale Veazey. And the game-winning bucket came from Josh Perez. And sweet vindication for Perez after he missed 2 free throws that could have finished the game off tonight. He's able to score on the layup as the buzzer sounds. 6 in the quarter. Perez finished with 14 points tonight. I've got unofficially Josiah Diolas with 23 after a 12-point fourth quarter. Connor McCracken finished with 30 unofficially. 9 for Harsh, 6 for Clarkson, 6 for Parker. Dawson Moore had 6, and Harold Baez had 3. We have got a lot to cover here with Scottsbluff head basketball coach Scott Golian. And Coach, before we get to the game and how things finished, simply put, if your kids can carry over this type of effort, desire, intensity, focus that they showed tonight moving forward, you guys are going to be in great shape down the stretch this year, simply put.
I'm super proud of our guys. After having some rough games, they responded. That team is no joke.
No joke.
And we played right with them. And we played for 4 quarters. And that was one of our goals. I hurt for our guys about the result. But, man, I can't be happier with the way we played. Josiah was really, really aggressive. Connor and Harold hit big shots. Chance came up big. I mean, everybody that played came up huge, made a huge play at some point of the game.
What do you have? I have Connor for 30 and Josiah for 23. What do you have?
Connor 31, Josiah 23.
Okay. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out. So where do we start here? I guess let's start with the finish. You get the 2 clutch makes from Josiah, 4.9 to play. And their difference maker when he was on the court tonight was Ty Foster. There was no one that could keep him from getting where he wanted to go. He took it through traffic in about 4.5, left it for Perez. What were you hoping to see? What was the message to the team after that first free throw about how to play defense if they got the make?
Oh, we had to keep the ball in front, and he's tough to keep in front. I think we were rotating over to try to make sure he didn't get a layup, and just dropped it off. We got to do a better job of, we had to be in there to offensive rebound, just finding guys and picking them up. But I think maybe we needed to talk a little bit. Well, I know we subbed in and maybe make sure we were matched up. But I know he made a play. He got the ball and took it all the way down the court. And if we don't step over, it's a layup for him.
Let's talk about Foster. He picked up 2 quick fouls. Didn't play much in the first half. He finished with 19, 16 in the second half, and they put him at the high post. He'd catch and find guys from that spot. He'd get deep on the dribble, find open guys on the perimeter. He was really their straw that stirred the drink, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. That's the way I felt coming into the game was he really makes them go. Not always the top scorer, and he's not the top scorer, but, he scores, he dishes, he plays defense. He's their leader. And without him in the game, they struggled a little bit. And when he came back in, I knew he was going to be super aggressive. And he made big plays for them down the stretch.
Obviously, what really started to help get them back into the ball game late in the third quarter was the full court press into the early in the fourth. They just created so many turnovers. I don't even know what I have is correct. I don't know if you got it, but they really did a good job turning you over, and the game went from a 10-point lead for you guys. It was like a 13-0 run. It felt like a blink of the eye from late third, early fourth.
Yeah, we struggled taking care of it. just got us sped up a little bit. We, dribbled off our foot or just kind of got forced into something we didn't want to do. We had us down for 19 turnovers, and I would say a lot of those came in the third quarter or fourth quarter, right there early in there between. We had the guys on the court to handle it. Just got sped up. We just need to play with a little bit more poise once we get going. But they're really good. I mean, they're athletic and they can guard, and it's tough to go by those guys. And when they really got super aggressive, we struggled against it. But we got to use this game to help us spring forward, and that's what I told our guys. Win or lose tonight, I was going to be really happy. Obviously, want to get the win. Hurt for our guys. It would have been a huge win, but they know how they can play now, and I think everybody knows how they can play.
Coach Josiah was awesome down the stretch to really dig you guys out of a hole and give you a chance. And Connor looks like the Connor from a year ago, from last week on Saturday in the first half and the entire way here tonight. That's got to make you feel pretty good moving forward.
Yeah, Connor, came out very aggressive. Both him and Josiah, I felt they were really focused and kind of came out on a mission. And if we get those guys playing like that and sharing the ball as well, not just looking for their own, but finding open guys, and they play like that, we're gonna be tough to beat going down the road.
I want to give a little bit of a hat tip here to Abraham Lincoln. I think, aside from some of the chippiness, they're a very well-coached team. They were smart with the basketball at times down the stretch off rebounds, pulling it out, and you can tell they've spent a lot of time at the foul line in the gym. I don't know they were unbelievable at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, that was, they shot free throws better than they had throughout the season. But that was the key for them. They don't make free throws like they did. We're walking out of here.
Yeah.
And with a win. But we put them at the line too many times. We got them 27 of 35. That's too many free throws. We shot 26. It was a hard played game, aggressive played game between two really good basketball teams, and they have tremendous players. I think Coach Callaway does a really good job. They get after it, and they're going to be tough to beat going back to Colorado.
We visited. You thought they comped well to Cheyenne East. I thought in the first half, in my mind, East, was the better basketball team. Maybe a little more disciplined with the ball. And the Oliver factor, that kid's amazing. But in the second half, Abraham Lincoln might have looked like they were better than Cheyenne. I know we're getting a little off course here, but both teams were really good. And in the second half tonight, these guys were awesome.
Yeah, we had a good lead, but they came out aggressive and made some adjustments, and we didn't do quite as good a job of keeping the ball out of the high post and short corner, and that's an adjustment they made. But yeah, I thought they were similar to East. I thought they were more athletic than East, but I didn't know if they had a player like Oliver, but they got Ty Foster.
Man.
So hats off to them. They played a tremendous game coming into a tough environment. The coach commented about how great the atmosphere seemed, and hats off to them, though.
And back to what we started our post-game chat with, you guys moving forward, if you get this night in, night out, you're going to be a load to deal with.
Yeah, I think if we can share the ball and get that type of effort from really played 8 guys tonight, if we can get that type of effort from those guys every game, we're going to be right there.
Well, I think we'll cut it short right now. We'll talk gearing tomorrow over at the high school during the JV game, Coach. I know, like you said, you hurt for your kids, but the effort tonight was phenomenal. The atmosphere was great, and the basketball was through the roof good tonight. So congrats on a great performance, and we'll get after it tomorrow up at WNCC, where it should be fun again.
Thanks, Chris.
All right, we'll come back with more right after this on KNEB.
Care Heilbrunn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Kerr Heilbrunn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Have you heard the exciting news? Western Nebraska Regional Airport will be offering flights with United Airlines operated by SkyWest beginning January 30th, 2018. What's even better, you'll get to earn and use your United points. Reservations with United are now available, plus all United miles can be earned and redeemed with all flights. While you're at Western Nebraska Regional Airport, grab a bite to eat at the Flight Deck restaurant, plus Hearst Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. So make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
On KDB as the Platte Valley Company pregame show continues here this evening from Deering High School. Chris Cottrell joining the broadcast for just a couple of moments as it's time to catch up with pregame coaches' comments with Deering head girls coach Steve Land in the zone. With Coach Land, our pregame
just bring it back to me.
Zone at Scottsbluff Screen Printing, Shane Wilson and his staff do it.
We're back on the Runs of Postgame show. Time to wrap things up. Look at the postgame numbers. We rattled off some of those stats. 19-19 for Foster and Bamba. James Felton had 18, Quahim Brown 10, and 14 for Josh Perez for Scottsbluff. They had Connor McCracken for 31, Josiah Diolis with 23. They're two in double figures. Now to our Taco John's player of the game. Taco John's of Scottsbluff and Deering make it a game day tradition. Unwrap the original before or after every game. We're going to go with Connor McCracken, who had 31 points, 17 at halftime, 31 for the game, and a huge honorable mention for Josiah Diolis, who kept him in it, dug him out of a hole down the stretch in the fourth quarter. He finished with 23, but our Taco John's player of the game tonight is Connor McCracken. Just a tremendous high school basketball game start to finish here tonight with Scottsbluff and Abraham Lincoln High out of Denver, Colorado. The final 88-86. An absolute track meet and athlete fest here tonight at Scottsbluff. Big thanks to TJ Albright, Jonas, the rest of our camera crew tonight with Beretta and Olivia, the rest of the KNEB.TV crew. Zach back at the station getting us on and off the air and everything else in between. And we're going to call it a wrap for tonight. We'll have doubleheader coverage for you tomorrow starting at 5:15 on KNEB.TV as well as KNEB 960 and 100.3 FM. 88-86 the final score tonight. That'll do it from Scottsbluff High School. Have a great rest of your Friday evening, everybody. So long and good night.